and welcome. I am Ankit Tuteja and you are watching Tech It Out. This week our focus is on computer chips in human brain. We show you how countries are using robo-dogs in wars and high-risk missions. And we tell you about a new material that can turn regular objects into solar panels. Let's get started. Robo-dogs are emerging as a new weapon to fight modern wars. Countries like China and the US are at the forefront of their development and deployment. We tell you more about it in this story.
In the rapidly evolving landscape of modern warfare, robotic dogs are becoming a game-changing asset. From the front lines of Ukraine to military exercises in the US, India and China. These mechanical canines are demonstrating their capabilities in a variety of combat scenarios to minimize risking human lives. As the conflict in Ukraine drags on, the need for innovative solutions has never been greater. Enter the robotic dog. A metallic companion designed to perform dangerous missions such as spying on enemy trenches and detecting landmines. Called BAD-1, this robot is capable of standing, crouching, running and even jumping on command, all while remaining low to the ground to avoid detection. With thermal imaging technology, these robotic dogs can spy on enemy positions or inspect the interiors of buildings in active combat zones. Beyond reconnaissance, these robot dogs can carry up to 7 kilograms of essential supplies, such as ammunition or medical supplies, to critical points on the battlefield.
A dog would cost a couple of thousands, can take over tasks where you have otherwise deployed a lot of communication systems and at least 3 to 5 soldiers. So the systems can save lives and are significant for modern warfare and our tactics in the future.
Across the Atlantic, the United States Army is also exploring the potential of robotic dogs. During a recent counter-drone exercise, a robot dog equipped with an artificial intelligence-enabled rifle was seen in action. The robot dog features a small turret capable of holding rifles, a targeting system and a GoPro-like camera mounted on its front. Known as the Vision 60Q UGV, this robotic dog also holds the ability to maneuver the rifle to identify and eliminate drones. Not to be left behind in this technological arms race, the Indian Army is preparing to introduce 25 remote-controlled robotic mule dogs into its ranks. MULE stands for Multi-Utility Legged Equipment. These advanced machines come equipped with thermal cameras and an array of sensors to conduct surveillance in diverse environments. Additionally, these machines can carry small payloads, ensuring that essential supplies reach soldiers on the front lines without putting human lives at risk. China too is making huge strides in the development of robotic dogs for military use. During recent military drills with Cambodia, the Chinese military unveiled a robot dog armed with an automatic rifle. Look at this. The robot dog can walk and even move backwards, all under the control of a remote operator. Robot dogs are being increasingly integrated into military operations. These mechanical canines are set to redefine what it means to have a man's best friend on the front lines.
Imagine a world where every surface is a potential power plant. Well, that could be possible. Scientists have discovered a new way to harness solar energy. Watch this report to know more.
Phones, cars, backpacks, all of these things can be turned into a solar panel. Sounds bizarre, right? But this is the claim made by a team of scientists at the Oxford University. They have developed an ultra-thin layer of material that can turn everyday objects into solar panels, eliminating the need for the bulky silicon-based solar panels. Also, the micro-thin light-absorbing material is claimed to be more energy efficient than traditional solar panels. So how does the technology work? The new power-generating material can be applied to the exterior of objects with sunlight access. The ultra-thin and flexible film is made by stacking light-absorbing layers of perovskite that are just over 1 micron thick. Perovskite is one of the most efficient and promising materials used to make solar cells. The new material can capture a wider range of light from the sun's spectrum than silicon-based panels widely used today. For instance, traditional solar panels that use silicon cells typically convert up to 22% of sunlight into power, whereas the new material captures around 27% of the energy in sunlight. Not just that, the new light-absorbing material is 150 times thinner than traditional silicon wafers used in today's solar panels. The question remains, how will this benefit us? The versatility of the ultra-thin and flexible material is key. Perovskite coatings can be applied to broader types of surfaces, such as roofs of cars and buildings, to generate cheap solar power. Since it can be applied to almost any surface, that would mean more solar power without the need for so many silicon-based panels or specially built solar farms. So the new technology could actually help reduce the cost of solar energy. Note that this new solar technology is still in the research stage. The new solar energy technology needs to be improved further before it sees the light of day.
Let's talk about a technology that has made remarkable strides in recent years. I'm talking about the brain-computer interface. It has the potential to transform various aspects of human life. This story tells you how.
What if we tell you that you could soon control your computer, phone, and other digital devices using your thoughts? This is what an emerging technology promises. We're talking about the brain-computer interface. The groundbreaking technology aims to transform our lives in various ways. For instance, it can help assist people with disabilities, treat neurological disorders, and improve healthcare. It can develop new ways for people to communicate. Users can enjoy an immersive gaming experience. Many companies and academic institutions are at the forefront of this technology. Several startups are exploring this path-breaking tech to enhance human capabilities. But what's more interesting is that China's brain-computer interface research is on the cusp of commercialization. Scientists have achieved advancements in developing devices that can translate neural signals into digital commands. In China, universities have played a vital role in BCI research. Significant research outcomes have been achieved in areas such as rehabilitation medicine, epilepsy treatment, and the diagnosis and treatment of psychological disorders. These are visuals from the Huanhu Hospital in North China's Tianjin municipality. What you see on your screen is a wearable brain-controlled limb-finger robot system. Referred to as the Ling Shi Finger, it's a non-invasive BCI rehabilitation system. Developed by the Tianjin University's neural engineering team, its clinical research has been ongoing for half a year. Meet Jiao, a local resident who participated in the clinical study. He lost the ability to grip with his left hand due to a stroke.
It feels like it's my sixth finger. Just a thought in my mind and it moves.
Current research data has confirmed that this system significantly accelerates patients' rehabilitation progress. While Tianjin University has made progress in non-invasive BCI, Beijing-based Tsinghua University is actively advancing minimally invasive brain-computer interfaces. In the Neural Engineering Laboratory at Tsinghua University's medical building, a young man named Bai, who has been paralyzed due to a car accident for many years, is now controlling an electric wheelchair with his thoughts. There's another clinical trial patient named Yang. He was also paralyzed at a high level, but can now proficiently use a brain-controlled exoskeleton glove. His previously non-functional hand has regained some gripping ability, demonstrating the effectiveness of brain-computer interfaces. Going forward, the research team plans to further expand its medical clinical trials with the goal of swiftly commercializing the technology to benefit patients. No doubt, the race to link our brains to computers is heating up. Elon Musk's Neuralink is another example. The company has been working for years on a computer chip that can be implanted into the brain. Neuralink has successfully installed a brain implant in its second human patient. He had a spinal cord injury similar to the first patient who was paralyzed in a diving accident. According to Elon Musk, 400 of the implant's electrodes on the second patient's brain are working. The device has allowed the first patient to play video games, browse the internet, post on social media, and move a cursor on his laptop. Neuralink aims to provide the implants to 8 more patients this year as part of its clinical trials. The neurotechnology startup wants to build direct communication channels between the brain and computers. Its vision is to supercharge human capabilities. The startup aims to treat neurological disorders like ALS or Parkinson's. This innovation can help patients overcome paralysis. Basically, Neuralink plans to help patients overcome a host of neurological conditions. In fact, in the future, the firm could facilitate speedy surgical insertions of its chip devices to treat conditions like obesity, autism, depression, and schizophrenia. Though Musk wins most of the headlines, he's hardly alone in trying to make advances in this field. According to reports, the tycoon once reached out to join forces with implant developer Synchron about a potential investment. Unlike Neuralink's Link, Synchron's implant version does not require cutting into the skull to install it. Synchron's brain-computer interface implant is done using blood vessels. The Australia-based Synchron implanted its first device in a US patient in July 2022. While the brain chip implant appears to be promising, it requires perfection and rigorous testing. It seems this revolutionary technology could shape the future of human-machine interaction, but the road ahead will be challenging and unpredictable.
Many countries worldwide are developing and deploying driverless taxi technology. China is one of them. Robotaxis are picking up pace in Beijing, but they are sparking widespread anxiety. Here is why.
Driverless cars have hit the roads in China. As China speeds ahead of the rest of the world in the rollout of driverless technology, it is also charging into another first: the threat to jobs in a driverless economy. Robotaxis are undercutting taxi fares. Baidu's driverless robotaxi service Apollo Go is an example. It now runs in central China's Wuhan city, with its network offering service to 7.7 million residents, which is more than half of the city's population. Taxi drivers argue that robotaxis have taken over a large portion of the short-distance trips in the city areas, and that is having an impact on their incomes. The company, however, has declined to comment on drivers' concerns about Apollo Go threatening their jobs. Baidu has plans to expand to 100 Chinese cities by 2030. It's expected to deploy a large number of new robo-taxis in Wuhan. Xun Tianchen, a senior economist from the Economist Intelligence Unit based in Beijing, believes the rollout of robo-taxis and the introduction of AI instructors are impacting pockets of the economy. but not all.
Currently, we're not at the stage yet because things like Baidu Apollo is at a very early stage of development. It hasn't been profitable, and it has to deal with a lot of regulatory challenges. So I won't see it becoming a real threat in the probably next 5 to 10 years. But assuming that comes true, I think we can think about two things. The first thing is that actually the bottom line for the government is social stability, which means that rising unemployment as a result won't be acceptable.
So if rollouts become nationwide, we can expect an intervention in the markets by the government to calm things down, especially when it comes to unemployment. The traditional driving school industry in China is also impacted by the rise of robotaxi in China. A driving school is replacing hundreds of human instructors. Since automating instruction in 2019, China's Eastern Pioneer Driving School has more than halved its number of human instructors at its sprawling campus. Today, 80% of their students opt for AI instructors, and the company only needs 1.5 teachers per 10 students. Instructors who once sat in the passenger seat now patrol training lots where advanced computers incorporate GPS signals. In June, China gave 9 automakers approval to test advanced driver assistance systems on public roads. Last month, Beijing published draft regulations for autonomous vehicle use in public transportation and ride-hailing. No wonder China is pushing for a strategic lead in autonomous driving. The question remains, how will Beijing deal with its economic and social implications that can lead to increased unemployment, poverty, and social unrest?
I want to introduce you to a new eye tracking technology. What does it do? It offers a fascinating glimpse into the minds of house hunters. Here is more.
Picture this. You're a potential home buyer stepping into a new property that just hit the market. What catches your eye first? The sturdy pillars? The high ceilings? Or perhaps it's the sun streaming through the windows? Whatever it is, only you would know. Until now. A breakthrough in eye tracking technology is now shedding light on exactly what prospective home buyers focus on when touring a property. And the findings might just surprise you.
Well, we find when buyers are viewing homes, they're spending lots of time on more superficial things, perhaps the art on the walls. We've even seen buyers inspect the food in the fridge. But what they really need to be doing is looking at things like the brickwork, looking for signs of condensation or damp, the chimney, the boiler, the electrics, maybe even the Wi-Fi signal.
Developed by a tech company called Tobii, this innovative technology monitors buyers' eye movements in real time. It reveals the exact spots, features, or rooms that capture their interest as well as what they overlook. This tech isn't just a cool gadget, it's a game changer for estate agents. It provides concrete data on what truly draws a buyer's gaze, helping agents tailor their presentations more effectively. By understanding what buyers focus on, agents can better manage expectations, reduce the chances of deals falling through, and increase the likelihood of a successful sale. So how does the tool work?
In this case, we're using the eye tracking glasses. The glasses have got 4 cameras built into the lenses and a number of illuminators. And the easiest way to describe what we do is, it's a little bit like the cat's eyes on the road. When your headlights hit it, it illuminates up and it's nice and bright. We're doing the same with the pupils. Totally harmless, doesn't do anything there. The cameras pick up this reflection, and then there's some very clever mathematics that work out where you're actually looking from that image.
In a recent collaboration between Tobii and the property portal Zoopla, an experiment was conducted to see what truly matters to home buyers. The results? Eye-opening. The study found that only 38% of buyers' attention was devoted to the structural elements of a home, while a surprising 54% was focused on cosmetic features and furnishings. This insight couldn't come at a better time. With the British government's ambitious plan to build 1.5 million more homes before the next election, the housing market is poised for a surge in activity. According to Richard Donnell, Executive Director of Zoopla, this increase in housing stock will inevitably lead to more house buying activity in the coming years.
The average consumer moves every 10 or 20 years, so this isn't like buying a car every 3 years. And it's a complicated process, and there's more everyone can do, and technology like this sort of helps us and others work out how to help consumers fill in those gaps and have a better experience.
Google has come up with its new foldable phone. A new battery claims to revolutionize the EV space. The week gone by was buzzing with a lot of exciting tech developments, and we bring you the most interesting ones in a tech wrap.
Google has unveiled its next generation of Pixel smartphones. The Pixel 9 series also includes a new foldable phone. Prices for the Pixel 9 smartphones start at $800 and they go up to $1,800. The new Pixel smartphones come with a lot of interesting features, but the biggest highlight is the deeper integration of AI into its hardware. Users can now pull up Gemini, Google's AI chatbot, as an overlay on top of any app to ask questions or generate content. They can also search for information stored in screenshots. A feature that has managed to create a lot of buzz online is the Add Me feature. The feature combines two pictures and neatly combines them to create a picture-perfect moment. The company has designed its Gemini assistant to be more conversational, providing it with 10 different human-like voices. Also, Google has launched the Pixel Buds Pro 2 and the Pixel Watch 3. China has come up with a new battery technology in its electrification race. Developed by Geely's Zeekr unit, the ultra-fast charging EV battery can offer 500 kilometers of driving range with just 10.5 minutes of charging. When fully charged, the 75 kilowatt-hour battery allows a car to go as far as 682 kilometers. According to the company's statement, the EV battery supports 800-volt charging and assures owners of swift and reliable performance. The Indian government has taken a significant step to combat spam calls and promotional calls. India's telecom watchdog has directed service providers to stop all promotional calls from unregistered telemarketers and blacklist their numbers for up to 2 years. The aim is to tackle the surge in spam and phishing calls that have seen people lose millions of rupees. The government has made it mandatory for telecom service providers to submit updates on actions taken on scam callers on the 1st and the 16th of every month. The tongue is one of the most important organs in the human body. It is used for tasting, chewing, swallowing, and speaking. But what if I tell you that it can also help detect diseases? Researchers from the Middle Technical University in Iraq and the University of South Australia have developed an AI model that can detect different diseases by analyzing the color of the tongue. That too with 98% accuracy. The imaging system can diagnose diabetes, stroke, anemia, asthma, and a range of other vascular and gastrointestinal issues. The AI model was trained on a dataset of 5,260 tongue images, which were carefully labeled to correspond with various medical conditions.
Well, that's all we have for you in this episode of Tech It Out. We will continue to bring you exciting inventions and updates on the latest gadgets. I will be back soon. Until then, keep watching Beyond World is One. And yes, don't forget to follow us on social media. For now, it's me, Ankit Tuteja, signing off.